Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Feelings. Today, we're going to explore some of our feelings in a meditation, and we're also going to think about empathy. And empathy can be tricky, but it basically means that you understand how someone else feels. And so, with your heart, you are listening and feeling and caring for how the other person is feeling or what they're experiencing. And with your head, that you are connecting to, you are seeing what it might be like for them. You can understand how they might feel in that situation. And that might be because you can connect it with a situation that you have also been in. Something similar that you can make a connection with, or you can put yourself in their shoes and understand and identify with how they're feeling. So it's similar to sympathy. Sympathy is when you feel bad for somebody else when they've had a bad experience, but empathy is a little deeper, and it takes you um, hopefully into a place of understanding where the other person is coming from. So let's have a go now. We're going to find ourselves into our mindful bodies, whatever that might be for you. Really, the aim of finding a mindful position, a mindful body, is just that we are in a still environment, quiet, and so that we have the opportunity to focus inward instead of outward, allowing our brain just to have peace from other distractions, allowing our bodies to find a moment of rest and relaxation. Gently closing your eyes so that your focus can be within. And as usual, we like to use our breath to help us anchor into this feeling. Your attention just naturally goes towards the breath and the deepening of your breath. Taking a few moments just to take in some deep, renewing breaths and releasing anything that's no use to you anymore. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Allowing all of that yuckiness or anything you're holding on to just float away. Filling your body, your cells, your brain with fresh oxygen. Breathing into all your muscles, allowing them a moment of relaxation and calm. And I'd like you to bring your attention to a time when maybe you had a disagreement with somebody, or something didn't go your way. Perhaps you wanted something and were told no. It doesn't have to be too painful a memory, but just a situation where you did not agree. Maybe you didn't want to play a certain game that your brother or sister wanted to play. You wanted to stay up late and your parents said no. Just think of a situation. Just give you a few seconds to think of something just that didn't go your way, didn't feel good, maybe resulted in a disagreement or an argument. If you can't think of a memory where this happened, just try and capture how you might feel if you were having a disagreement with someone. They were saying things that you didn't like. Maybe they were being unkind. Just try and be in that situation for a moment. I know it's not comfortable, but remember all emotions are important. And for this meditation, we're just practicing our empathy skills. So we'll just be here for a moment, not too long. So just try and remember how you felt during this disagreement or argument. Can you feel those emotions in your body? Maybe you could feel it in your stomach or your chest. Maybe your breathing became shallow and quick. Maybe you cried or felt like you were going to cry. And I just want you for a moment to imagine that you're almost stepping outside your body, outside this scene, that you're able just to leave yourself for a moment and become separate from the situation. So you can still remember it, you can still see it in your mind's eye, like a movie playing, but almost like you're at the movie theatre now. You're in a seat watching this up on the screen, this argument or this situation that didn't go your way. And you're just separate from it, so you can watch it without getting upset, without feeling those emotions, just watching it unfold. And just for a moment, just try and get into the shoes of the person on the other end. Are you able to imagine what they might be thinking right now? I wonder why they are saying the things they are saying or making the choices that they're making. Could it be that something is not going right for them? Could it be that they have just had someone be unkind to them? Could it be that they're making these choices to protect you? Perhaps they want to keep you healthy and safe. And although in the moment, in the heat of the argument, you felt frustrated, now perhaps you can see their point of view. If you're struggling to think about why they did something, maybe even imagine asking them, why do you feel this way? Can you imagine what they might say? If you are able to see it from their point of view, I wonder how that makes you feel now. Do you feel more open to what they had to say? Do you feel less upset about the situation? Do you understand their point of view? Or maybe that they were hurting when this happened? Just imagine for a moment that you are back in that situation, maybe with all this new understanding that you have, with all this new empathy that you have gained from thinking about their point of view. What would you want to say to them? Would you want to give them a hug to help them to feel better? Would you want to say thank you for looking after me, looking out for me? Thank you for making good choices for me, healthy choices, even when I don't want to. Would you want to tell them that you understand? Just imagine that you can do that. You could hug them. You can tell them that you understand. And then you can rewrite the ending to your story. That movie that's playing on the screen, can you end it differently? Where you both walk away feeling happy. I wonder what would need to happen. I wonder how you could show your empathy. And just imagine right now that you are leaving that situation with joy, happiness, relief, and understanding. I really appreciate you taking the time to practice your empathy skills. Isn't it so cool that you can rewrite a story in your mind? Your imagination has no limits. So when you have a hurt or a painful memory, just know that you can always go in and change it in your imagination. Maybe you can respond differently. Maybe the other person in your mind responds differently. Maybe the ending is different. Maybe you find a way to feel empathy for them and they do for you too. As you start to wiggle your fingers and toes and come back into the room, bring with you a happiness and a joy that you've changed this memory into a happy one, and that you have a new understanding for your friend or your parent or your brother or sister, and that you have practiced your empathy skills. Well done. Have a wonderful weekend, boys and girls. I'll see you Monday.